keynote for this one day of Interdisciplinary International E-Conference. I take this privilege to warmly welcome our delegates, dignitaries, participants and August audience. Myself, Sakshi Jadhav,
and I, Georgia Nadar.
We are delighted to be your anchor for the day. Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is an initiative of the Government of India to celebrate instrumental in beginning Indian thus far its evolutionary journey, but also hold within them the power and potential to enable Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of activating India 2.0, fueled by the spirit of Amrit Atmanirbhar Bharat. Under this flagship, I, on behalf of NES Ratnam College of Arts, Science and Commerce, welcome you all in one-day interdisciplinary international e-conference on ideas, achievements and resolve organized by Department of Economics in association with IQAC of our college on this occasion of Diamond Jubilee celebration of our parent body, that is National Education Society.
On the occasion of this event, I heartily welcome our Chief Patron, Dr. R. Vardarajan, Founder President of National Education Society and Saraswati Vidya Bhavan, who was conferred upon the PhD degree by Jayanara University, Italy. Today, under his able leadership, NES and SPB, its sister trusts, have bloomed into a bouquet of 69 educational institutions. A national awardee from the Honorable President of India, as a best teacher in the ceremony conducted at Rashtra Bhavan, New Delhi, and honored at the British House of Commons with infinite accolades, has blessed us for the success of this conference. Thank you, sir, for your motivation and opportunities provided to us to excel in every endeavor.
We are also blessed with our patron Dr. Bala Subramanian B, Director of NES and SVB Group of Institutions, for raising our morale to conduct such events. We are also taking this opportunity to heartily welcome the galaxy of stars present on this occasion, that is Dr. Hussain from Lebanese University, Doctorate in Economics for Bourgogne University, Dijon, France, as a keynote speaker. Chief Guest of Honor, Ambassador Ashok Sajanhar, an Indian Ambassador for Kazakhstan, Sweden and Latvia. Principal Guest of Honor, Mr. Digvijay Sanjay Patil, Secretary 2nd, Embassy of India, Noor Sultan. We are also welcome Dr. Ainandu Sanyal from eGrow Foundation for the plenary session. Dr. Kingshuk Sarkar, Joint Labour Commissioner of W West Bengal, Chairperson for the technical corporate members, paper presenters, and my dear fellow friends.
Once again, a very special thanks to you all for gracing this special occasion with your esteemed presence. As this conference is built with intent of active and interactive learning, we sincerely hope that ideas and views shared during the interaction will sow its seeds for a sustained, fruitful result.
We all believe that prayer purifies our mind and takes away negativity. A great philosopher has rightly said, the function of prayer is not to influence God who prays, and as a mark of the beginning of an important event in Ratnam College. May I now request all of you to rise for invocation, followed by our college anthem.
Recording in progress.
I would now of our institution since February 2017 as principal. She has tried to carry on the legacy of the college to the next level. Under her leadership, it has carved a niche for itself for its discipline and academic results. She is the most loved economics professor for 37 years now, a true IITian and a doctorate in papers, collaborated with various industries, the soul behind the first NES National Student Startup, a first of its kind and an earnest leader of all the digital upgradation. Currently, Principal Madam has been steering the NES Ratnam family towards the successful implementation of the remodeling of the NES SVB Group 2020 to 2022. With these words, I would like to call our beloved principal and head, Sameri Vimosana ma'am, to welcome the gathering.
Good morning. Very warm welcome to all the participants of this one-day e-conference on ideas, achievements and resolve organized to commemorate the Golden Jubilee celebration of our parent body. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our founder president Dr. R. Varadarajan for initiating this interdisciplinary international e-conference on ideas, achievements and resolve and providing valuable inputs for the effective conduct of the same. The NES SVB group of 69 institutions that our founder president leads began as a tiny makeshift school with just 7 students in 1963. He started against all odds, but under his visionary leadership and entrepreneurial acumen, this humble beginning galvanized into a renowned educational empire with national and continues to expand towards newer horizons. Dr. R. Varadarajan's leadership is built on an emphatic drive for innovation to anticipate changes and prepare for them and never rest on achieved milestones and received laurels. The various awards and recognitions that have been conferred on him over the years testify to his enterprising and innovative spirit. I express my gratitude to our Director of NES SVB Group of Institutions, Dr. Balasubramanian B, for his constant support and encouragement. I would like to give a brief introduction about our college. Ratnam College occupies a place of pride among the 69 institutions of the NES SVB Group of institutions founded by Dr. R. Varadarajan. The college is the result of foresightedness of the founder president who worked tirelessly to realize his mission accessible to the poor and underprivileged sections of the society. The National Assessment and Accreditation Council, an autonomous body established by the University Grants Commission of India to access and accredit institutions of higher education in the country, certified us with an A grade in 2004 and reaffirmed the status in 2011 and in 2017. Our institution was the recipient of the Best College Award in the urban area by the University of Mumbai for the academic year 2013-14. We were the privileged recipient of DBT Star College Scheme in 2017 and got upgraded in 2020 to Star status level, and 5 pure science disciplines of the college are benefiting for the same. The theme on Ideas Achieve Mahotsav. The idea is to celebrate the notion of India being the best in class in the social, political and economic realms shared by every Indian. Patriotism shall travels a long way since independence and competing on the world stage in various fields. Achievements in different spheres, for instance, agriculture, science and technology are enormous in the last 75 years, which need to be highlighted. I am sure all the participants will benefit from this conference and understand the progress of Indian economy. I take this opportunity to appreciate the efforts put by Mrs. Manisha Nawale and Mr. Abhijit Parse of Economics Department for initiating this concept of organizing the international conference along with the IQAC. I thank Vice Principal Dr. Vinita Dulia, Dr. Lata Swaminathan, and IQAC Coordinator Mr. Sanjay Deshpande, Dr. Sunita Chawar, Management Advisory Committee member, and the Organizing Committee for their guidance and support in making it a grand success. Congratulations to the participants of Economics Department, supported by the Organizing Committee. I once again welcome you all.
See, look at these people. How did they do it?
Thank you, ma'am, for your earnest welcome address.
Now, I would request Mr. Manisha Nawale, ma'am, one of the organizers of the conference from the Department of Economics, to enlighten us about today's conference. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah. Hello, am I audible? A very good morning to all the delegates, important dignitaries, chairperson for technical session, resource persons present here, and all the academician, teachers, and student fraternity watching us live through other broadcasting channels out there. It's a matter of pride and privilege for the institution to host a one-day interdisciplinary international e-conference on ideas, achievements, and resolve. The Department of Economics, in association with IQAC of the college, commemorates the year-long Diamond Jubilee celebration of the NES SVB group of 69 institutions, and also to celebrate Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. The conference truly sets in as a picture-perfect milestone with 60 years of our institute and 75 years of progressive independent India. The theme is an embodiment of all that is progressive about India's socio-cultural, political, and economic identity. The theme, Ideas, Achievements, and Resolve. Ideas at 75, this theme focuses on everything that got inspired by ideas and ideals that have shaped us and will guide us as we navigate through this period of Amrit Kal. The world as we know is changing and new world is unfolding. The strength of our convictions will determine the longevity of our ideas. The research papers under these themes include popular participatory initiatives that help bring alive India's unique contribution to the world. The second part, Achievements at 75, showcases evolution and progress across different focuses on marking the passage of time and all our milestones along the way. It is intended to grow into a public account of our collective achievements as a 75-year-old independent country with a legacy of 5,000 plus years of ancient history. Resolve at 75, the last part of our theme, speaks about reinforcing commitments to specific goals and targets. This theme focuses on our collective resolution and determination, the journey to 2000, each one of us to rise up and play our part as individuals, group, civil society, institutions of governance, etc. Only through our collective resolve, well laid out action plans, and determined efforts will ideas translate into action, and our conference will cater to such various ideas, achievements, and resolve in the coming 75 years too. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Let us now acknowledge the presence of some dignitaries and guests. Fortunate enough to introduce the august gathering, an eminent personality amongst us is Dr. Hussain Tabulsi, the keynote speaker of today's session. As a long list, to name a few, Sir is a professor, doctorate in economics from Bourgogne University, Dijon, France. At present, he is working with Lebanese University as a chief of Department of Economics, faculty. He has many publications under his credentials. To name a few on broader aspects of economic growth, industrial development, and climate change. He did his research and studies from 1992 onwards and still leaves no stone unturned whenever he gets an opportunity. Conducted and attended many workshops, conferences, and chaired Symposium Session 2. He is a multilingual person with Arabic, English, and French. He is also a member of Lebanese Association of Certified Public Accountant, Lebanese Council of Experts for Human Resources, President of Local Committee at Lebanese Red Cross. We are very honored to have you with us, sir, requesting you to please address the gathering.
Thank you. Good morning. You hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, you are audible. Please go on.
Thank you. Dr. Varadarjian, founder president of ENS SBB Group. Dr. Balasubramanian, director of NES SVB Group, board of directors and fellow members of the organizing committee of the NES SVB Group, honorable and distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to be with you all today at this Interdisciplinary International E-Conference on Ideas, Achievement, and Resolve. I extend a very warm welcome to all participants in this conference. As very known, NES SVB Group stands nowadays tall with a strong team to cater to the industrial and technical needs of the community. And the SSVB group takes a historic example of how a standard effort backed by strong values, dedication, and total focus can transform society. As mentioned earlier, the Asian region makes one of the most dynamic and attractive areas of the world. The biggest challenge for all of us is to remain relevant and responsive and to manage our constrained resources to best effect. This has certainly been foremost on improving and effectiveness and efficiency of each part of our analysis for ensuring proper administration. Many internal and external factors requirement increased region of the people's increased efficiency, such as the current economic situation in the region and the people's concerns from the daily flow of complaints. The importance of the economy lies in its positive impact on society, as it is possible to see the problems of inflation and mass unemployment pervasive in the society and destroy it. It is possible for the economy to avoid and destroy it. It is possible as policies to employment and policies to reduce inflation, and in doing so, it would achieve a significant recovery in economy welfare. The economy has been effective role in avoiding some of the problems to societies. This is that get rid of all the most important of these policies are the subsidy of public services and the imposition of negative external taxes. The field of economics is one of the scientific fields that are employed in various fields of life. The science helps to predict different expectations, which in turn helps to predict different expectations, which in turn helps decision makers to know the expected results. Is the optimal distribution of various resources in the country and community, taking into account all the external and internal costs and benefits resulting from that. Making decisions, economics helps to provide important and necessary information and knowledge, which in turn helps to make the right decisions in daily life. By selecting a feasible investment opportunity or by preparing to join various academic institutions, including colleges or graduate studies, as well as through it. It's possible to calculate the cost and the benefits of alternative jobs and determine the extent of the impact that results from public policies on many aspects, and including comprehensive health care, which goods and services, in terms of production, distribution, as well as consumption. and determine the mechanism of selection and allocation of all available resources in order to be able to meet the needs of society at all levels, minimum and highest wage, salary, and others. All governments in the countries of the world are particularly interested in economics, as they are the first forces to develop all fields of science, military, and political, the country's infrastructure, and the development of societies for the better sign. Therefore, the economy of the great importance, and we have to pay special attention to this science. The global economy is currently going through a phase of transformation in which global economic power is shifting from west to east and south. Emerging and developing economy already contribute more than 51% of a global GDP on purchasing power parity basis. And this number is expected to increase. I'm sorry. And this number is expected to increase to 10 years from now to 46%. At the same time, commercial and financial links have seen an impressive increase. Bank claims across the board increased from $4 trillion to 21 trillion between 1991 and 2012. And the global merchandise exports of goods and services increased from $6 trillion to $31 trillion. Allow these numbers years following that period due to the global crisis. The growth rate over the past 20 or 30 years are still high. India is steadily giving indications that it may very soon play the same role that China is currently playing. I repeat, India is steadily giving indications that it may very soon play the same role of China is currently playing. Historically, it's not surprising that these two civilizations have advanced towards the leadership of the world economy. Some economic historians have pointed on that during the 18th century preceding the British colonization of India. India and China jointly contributed about 80% of gross domestic product. India has developed a distinction which has managed to graduate many highly qualified scholars and economists. But on the other hand, India has not achieved similar progress in economic management. Allowed the state building project has charged the nation with the feeling that India has a message which succeeded in spreading health in nascent states. On the other hand, by comparing with Lebanon, despite the serious cracks that have hit in the Lebanese economic structure over decades. Those agencies, rating that do not mention, compared to the Lebanese conditions. Lebanon is experiencing an unprecedented economic crisis that has caused inflation to rise and basic public services to be cut dramatically. This has led to social unrest and worsened the country's governance problem. The economic model that arose after Lebanon's civil war, which relies on debt held by domestic banks and the Central Bank of Lebanon, is now shunned reforms urged by the World Bank and the IMF. The current government will probably prove unable to improve the country's economic circumstances before then, with poverty and unemployment rate expected to rise even further. In the end, continued confidence to the institutions will rest on having clearly articulated outcomes. Institutions in both the private and public sector is vital to a well-functioning democracy.